Ah. What's that all about? Here we go. Alright. Hey guys, Tony the SoySauce Assassin. I know every time I start now, it actually takes like a whole minute before any notification gets sent out. So because we also stream on YouTube, I just decided to go earlier today. That way, people get on here by 9. Kind of weird, but yeah. Hopefully this works. Every time when I started, I had to debate whether or not it's gonna work because it's supposed to, but there's no way of finding out whether or not it is, right? Hey Dustin, what's going on? We're still waiting like a minute before for everybody to get in. Tonight we're smoking the Davidoff Wolsdorff. So this is why tonight we're not gonna have any song requests because I want this video to stay on YouTube. Usually other video I don't really care if they stay, but for this one I do want them to stay only because if it doesn't stay, it's kind of waste for such a good cigar. So hey James, what's going on? I knew you gotta be early. So today we smoked the Wolsdorff. Yeah, so we have Brian as well. Can't miss this, of course. Funny enough, I forgot my cutter. I'm gonna go get my cutter while we wait for everybody to join us. Give me a second. Hey, AJ's here, Fernando's here, Ash Queen's here, yes, and Joe is here as well. Hi everybody. So yeah, to get everything done, let's start with the opening.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make.
Okay, so because today we're doing an actual review for this kind of rare cigar, I kind of wanted this to stay on YouTube. So tonight we're not gonna have any song requests, alright? Because once you have song requests, the video gets taken down. So hey William. So let me get this up and cut. Oh, just borderline. Draw is good. Alright, let's get this started. Super duper chocolatey. That tastes chocolatey right away while this thing's lighting up. There's a lot of chocolate going on here. Right away, you taste chocolate. You taste cocoa. Very cedary too. Like you can smell the cedary from the leaf. A little bit of coffee afternote. A little bit of spice at the end. Just kind of linger on the tongue a little bit. Yep, we're on Twitch. We're on Twitch. I think Twitch is usually get notification just a few seconds slower. Hi Joseph. We're on Twitch. Here's the thing. If it's on YouTube now, it's on Twitch. That's a simple way to find out, right? If it's on YouTube, it's on Twitch. Hey, Christopher. Okay, this thing needs a little help too. Just a little bit. It's a thick gauge. This is definitely a Toro. Has a little bit almondness to it too. So, while we're doing a review for this, well, rodeo, you should be. You should be. Yes, sir, it's here. While we're doing a review, I also want to kind of open box with you guys. I received this today. The shipping is quite quick. We just did that together the other day on Facebook, signing up for this. Now this, is that Facebook? Twitch? I signed up for this in front of you guys, and now it's available. So I'm just gonna open it up with you guys to see what's in here. What cigar is that? This is the Davidoff Wolsdorff. Wolsdorff. Alright, this is like a European only cigar. Only like 48 store that carries it in Europe. So thank you to James for sending me the cigar, because he knows that I want something like this. Okay. Hey Ronnie. Also, I'm wearing a t-shirt that Christina sent me. Life tastes better with a little bit soy sauce. Perfect, because I had to wash out my clothes too, so I got something to wear. Cigar Club experiment. Let's go. Now, you guys gotta know this, okay? I'm overly critical on boxes like this because I have a lot of cigars. I've tried a lot of cigars, so for me, it's easier to criticize a box than liking a box. You guys have to put that in perspective before you decide whether or not this is good for you, because I could be very critical onto this, because if something that I already buy anyway, I already have in this box, you gotta see me go, why do I pay for this for, you know? So be mindful of that. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you shouldn't have it, because you know, it depends on what cigar you usually have, okay? Hashimoto is here. Okay, so let's open this one. Now I gotta be honest with you guys, because I saw there's a tape here. I know I'm gonna have trouble finding scissors later, so I actually ripped it off earlier. So, but this is the first time I opened it. Okay. It says, handpicked for you. No one else in the world is holding what you have in your hand. This cigarclub.com box was meticulously picked and assembled by one of our cigar experts based on your unique taste profile. Take a moment to walk through what we found for you. We think you'll love what's inside this box. If you do, let the whole world know. Post, tweet, Instagram, whatever. If you don't love your box, let us know. We'll make it right. And handpicked for you, I don't know who this is. Matt looks like, Matt. So, get a card. Which I think is kind of weird, because they said no one else has this, has what I have in my hand. But shouldn't everybody who bought the box will have the same cigar? I don't know. Next. How do you enjoy your cigar? There's an instruction on how to enjoy a cigar. Cut, light, smoke, and observe. Time passes more slowly with a cigar. I disagree. I think time faster with a cigar. So not everyone gets the same cigars, but you'll think that when they say not, you're the only one in this world gets this cigar, kind of, you know, because they would think like this profile, if it's this, so all these people will have this. Anyways, let's see what else they have. They have Cracker Jack original with price inside Okay, this I guess this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Right? This is pretty cool. It's popcorn enlarged to show texture. So I guess it's smaller. So it's caramel coated popcorn packed with tasty nuts and prizes inside. Let's find out what price is in here later. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. They give me a V cutter that's made in China. Okay. And I guess these are the cards for the cigar that's in here, profiles and all that stuff. I just flipped like this, and I'm already disappointed. Alright. Let's see how much this is gonna disappoint me. One cigar is Rocky Patel Vintage 1979. If you know me, you know I like 1980 better. And 1979 is definitely not my thing, and I don't usually smoke Rocky Patels. Ba-ba! Okay. Next. Breakfast Blend Toro for Varina Farms. This is a Connecticut wrapper, nothing special, cedar leather creamy. Okay. Ba-ba! Ready? Next. Balmoral Anejo XO. If you know and watch the show, I smoked one the other day, and I think I smoked another one. I think I smoked 2 so far on this show. And it's because it was sent to me. Mumbambe Classic. Mumbambe Classic. If you bought some cigars daily, Dumb Button or something like the sampler before, you have a few of these in your humidor. I, for one, I think I have 2 in my humidor right now, or 3, and I never smoked any of them because I didn't like it all that much. Last. It's a good cigar, but do I really need to pay $50 for that cigar? Espinosa Comfortably Numb Volume 1. Alright, this is the only one that I haven't tried. This is the only one that I haven't tried, and this box costs what, $50 maybe? Or something like that? For 5 cigars, $50. Some of these cigars are really not $10 cigars. Hey Chief. $50 for these 5 cigars. And these cigars are really not $10 cigars. I mean, especially if it's 1979, that's like a $6 cigar. Alright. The Varina Farms. Balmoral Anejo. I have a few of these upstairs. Like, I'm not even kidding. I have a few of these upstairs. I don't even smoke them. This is one I haven't tried. So, this gets, you know. This is pretty cool. I give him that. Espinosa. I haven't tried much of the Espinosa yet. This. I can literally go to my humidor right now and pour out a few of these for you guys. For you guys to see. I don't smoke much of this. It's not a bad cigar. It's just, and I definitely don't smoke this. 1979. 80 was better. So yes. 20 points. 20 points for me. But if you just started off with cigars that you don't know what to try, this is a pretty good selection. Alright, if you don't know what to try, alright, this is a good selection. Like if you just started out and you have no idea what you're smoking, and you really want to read these notes, like the tasty notes, the feel of the bind, the wrapper. It really, I mean, to be really honest, once you smoke long enough, these information doesn't matter to you. But if you really need to get started with this hobby, this is a good idea. But if you've been smoking for years, this might be a bad idea. Yes. Back to Davidoff. Hey, how you doing? That's too bad. I you know, it's not like surprises me. Well, this kind of surprised me. I like this one. But it's not like the cigar selection surprises me, because every time I buy a box of something, I tend to find cigars I already have. I will tell you the box is worth it if they throw some Davidoff in there. But if we put one Davidoff in there, it goes over their price range. You gotta know, when they charge you 50 bucks, they're charging you for shipping, they're charging you for packaging, they're charging you for the box, the shreddings, everything. So you're not really getting your cigar worth. You're really not getting your cigar worth. There you go. You're not really getting your cigar worth. So you're getting all this packaging and put it together for you and all that stuff. That's what you pay for. So this is why I don't recommend boxes unless you're a new smoker. Brand new smoker, great idea, because now you don't have to go to a store and trust the store manager to suggest you something. Now you got all these, you have no choice but to try them, right? But if you've been smoking for a long time, you most likely gotta have some of those cigars in there, and you most likely have purchased them for much cheaper. I'm not saying that they're a bad cigar club. I'm just saying that for me, it never works, because I bought so many cigars that these cigars, whenever I get them, I have them. And because I buy cigars in boxes and stuff like that, they're much cheaper than what I pay here for 5 cigars. Hey, Blue Collar Sticks. You need a Davidoff club. There is a Davidoff club called New York Meat. Every time I go to New York, I buy them. The thing about Davidoff is that I already regularly buy them. So even if I get a club on that, I wouldn't benefit from it, because you will just be paying overpriced packaging and selections, like where they go through the trouble to select it for you and print out paperwork for you. That's what you're paying for, right? Versus me buying a whole box of those, I save on cigars and I get the box. Surprisingly, this is not that strong of a cigar. This is probably just flat medium strength cigar. It's got this like a subtle wooden sweetness to it too. It's not all cedar. It's got cocoa notes to it. And at parts, it has this taste of watered down coffee. It's smooth. It doesn't have that bite to it. You get spice, you get wood, you get this little bit of caramelness when you retrohale. Chief, I understand not everybody's gonna enjoy everything, you know. Partly, and I think partly is because price. Davidoff cigars are pricey, and when you kind of just like smoking this $30 cigar that you just pay for, and then you look over, you have all those $8 cigars that give you the same enjoyment, then you gotta think that Davidoff is nothing special. I don't really think that's something cool, blah blah blah. You might have that, and especially if you like to smoke cigars like Kentucky Fire Cured, those has this really specific woodsy taste. So you're not gonna get as much out of it as your other cigars. So you're not gonna enjoy it as much. For me, this is my price point cigar, so I get used to it. Once you get used to it, you actually just enjoy the cigar itself. You don't really think about the price anymore. So it's really like what you enjoy, what you get used to. If you like, for example, some people just smoke a Lucian bowl all the time and they get used to that price range, the $20 price range of cigars, they gotta enjoy it. Versus somebody over there, why do you smoke that $20 cigar when you can enjoy this 8 for the same? So I also forgot to mention, I mentioned on the group, from now on, unless you're James or Jeff, I'm not taking PayPal payments anymore because they are trying to ask me to pay tax on those fees, whatever thing that I'm like collecting. They're like, gotta pay tax on it. Gotta report your tax. What is that? What is that? Hold on a second. Let me see what that is. Nothing. Where are you? Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Holy cow. Wow. Wow. Alright, I'm just gonna listen to them, but not pay attention to them. It's moth. This big of a moth knocking on my window. This big of a moth knocking on my window is literally making my window crack. I did order the window, so it's gotta be replaced. Pretty soon I won't have to see them. Oh my god, it's huge! Yeah, definitely a Mothra. I need a Godzilla. Where's my friendly neighbor Godzilla? My wife always called Godzilla her neighbor. I don't know why. She always likes to say that. I'm the one that tell people not to go to Area 51. There's nothing there. All right, you might find Elvis, you might find Tupac, but that's about it. There's nothing there. All right, if you don't know what Area 51 is for, let me tell you this, okay? Alright. Area 51 is a place in the middle of nowhere where military and American scientists do all kind of stuff, and if they screwed up, they blame it to aliens. That's what it is, alright? They don't want you to find out they did it, so they say, alien did it. Alien. No, okay? There's nothing there other than people doing things for science, and they'll blame it to aliens if they screwed up. Okay? There's no aliens there. They blame it to alien whenever something goes wrong. You know, they're testing a drone, somebody found it, they're like, no, that's alien. Alright? They're testing like a hybrid suit or alien AI robot that looks weird, that failed. No, that's an alien. Alright? It's not alien. There's no alien there. Don't go there. You gotta get shot. Alright? You are gonna get shot so bad that you will go home a beehive. You really think that they're not gonna shoot you? It's military. It's the type of military base. This type of secret stuff there. They will shoot you. And really, being over in the middle of nowhere is really, really boring. If somebody says, "Here's a target, shoot it," they will shoot it because they don't get much chance to shoot at something. Now they do. You know. All you had to do is go near, look at all the cactus, have bullet holes on it. You know you're gonna become one of those. Don't go to Area 51. There's nothing there. Leave it be. Leave it be. Just back off. Just Just walk off. Go do something better with your money. You gotta spend money, time, and effort to go over there in the middle of nowhere. Just turn around, go to Las Vegas, have some fun with your money and time, and call it a day. Why people do stupid stuff? Wait, 400,000 people, only 100 people chicken out last minute. That's actually not that bad. You know, I feel like there's gonna be 400,000 people sitting there going, and only one showed up. That's what's gonna happen. Don't do that. Don't do that. Exactly. If you're not Jason Statham, leave that alone. If you're not Superman, leave that alone. If you're not, if you're Spider-Man, still leave that alone. If you're not Superwoman, if you're not Wonder Woman, you're not. If you're Seaman, still leave that alone too. If you're He-Man, leave that alone. If you're Arnold, leave that alone. Somebody just decides to do something like the challenge, say, hey, we gotta raid Area 51. It's stupid. I am a firm believer in the fact that sometimes important things need to be kept secret for security reasons. I am a firm believer that if you leave things alone, you're gonna live longer. Hasn't Steve Irwin teach you anything? You don't hear any other zoo TV host die because they don't go over there and go like, hey mate, that thing looks beautiful. I'm gonna go touch that thing. But if that thing bites me, I'll die within 2 minutes. But I'm gonna touch it anyway. No. Leave it alone, you'll live longer. There's a reason why they bite you. Okay? If you leave things alone, let the professional handle it, it will live longer. Health-wise, you gotta know what's up and fix it. I forgot who posted this, but there's scientific proof that your heart only beats so many times. So the more exercise you do, the quicker you die. Okay? People who live long are the lazy people who doesn't do anything, but eats healthy. All you had to do was eat healthy. Leave things alone. Don't do crazy stuff. You will live long. Like a lot of Asians. Right? Like a lot of Asians. You know, you go to a mountain and then you like they say that people who are paranoid live longer. People who are paranoid live longer. Alright? There's a joke about a white guy and an Asian guy went to the forest and they hear something in the bush. And then the Asian guy is like, no, I'm not going over there. And the Asian guy survived. The white guy who goes, I'm gonna go check it out. What is that? He died. Alright? Chief, you're right. He did get killed by a stingray who just startled and decided to stab him. And yeah, because he pulled it out. Before he went to the doctor, he pulled it out, he bled to death. Yeah. Right? So, there are times where common sense will really save your life. Common sense. Just need a little bit. Just need that little bit of common sense. You know? Hey, there's a fire. I wonder how it feels like if I jump from the roof down to that fire. No, leave that alone. You know fire is gonna burn? Leave that alone. Alright? The draw on this is not bad, but I'm having trouble keeping this lit. I don't know why. And it's getting more peppery right now. It's getting more peppery halfway through. Right now it's a lot of pepper. The flavor died down just a tad, but the pepper is kind of racking up some pepper. Hey, Mike Clark. One bends down. Now I want to see what I won. So, what do you think this will have? What do you think I win? What do you think the price is in here? Gotta light a cigar with my gas can. Yeah, use a lighter. I'm more excited for this than anything else. Okay. I'm saying like common sense, you know, common sense. I mean, obviously there's things that you know it won't kill you. There are things that you know it will kill you. Okay. Cracker Jack, price inside arcade. Lift and peel. Come on. Yes. Find the picture inside. Go to crackerjack.com. Follow the direction and stop playing. I got a weirdo's face. Anything else? Anything else? Actually tastes pretty good. Now I got popcorn stuck in my teeth. Anyway, now that we get all that out of the way, I need to know why you guys are smoking. Now my whole mouth tastes like popcorn. I can't taste the cigar. The price is pretty lame for adult. For kid, it's perfect. LFD Oro! That's pretty good. You know, it's really funny because LFD 50 limited edition tastes just the same as the Oro. Had that KFC. Nothing. Chief, I thought you say the cigar hand was okay. How's the other hand? I wonder. How do you hurt your hand? Let us know. You guys are okay. You're okay, right? Did something just cut you or something like that? Fiddle Photo. I don't know what that is. New World Cameroon. That's okay. That's okay. After all, James, I didn't smoke this for you. I smoked this for myself. Just had a Rico Dorado. I think I saw that photo. Rico Dorado is not, it's actually not a bad cigar. I like that. I mean, especially for the price, it's a good cigar. I totally forgot it was Wednesday, so it was a great surprise when I got a notification about the live. I tried to set up the live earlier today. I don't know if there's a notification when that happens. It's worth it. I like it. You pop the tendon. That should, well, you probably just need to have it bind up and wait for it to recover. It should be okay. If you just pop the tendon, that should be okay. So, today is not a big deal, but we all know what Saturday is about. Saturday, we're gonna start early. We're gonna be 8 o'clock show. 8 o'clock show. Alright? And we're gonna have a lot of drawings. Joe has donated an entire box of cigar as well to part of that prize pool. Alright? And I am thinking to throw something Davidoff in there as well. So we got a lot to give up. A lot to give up. A lot to give up. I think it should be okay. If you just pop it, just spin it funny or whatever, it should be okay. So Saturday is gonna be a crazy night, alright? And drawing after drawing after drawing after drawing. I feel bad for myself for having to send out all this stuff. Alright? I am feeling bad for myself to having to send it out. Because that's a lot of things. I had to go to the post office with a gigantic box of stuff. Says, yeah, I need to send all these out. I'll be there for half an hour. It's gonna take forever to sort it out. The deadline for the ticket is Friday by noon. Friday by noon, because that's when I gotta print out the tickets and put it in the jar. So it's gonna be an exciting night. I'm mellow right now because like I'm prepping for that. You know, I figure, you know, leave the excitement for the show. But right now, I should think about the bad part, where I had to send stuff out. You know, I had to go to the post office, I had to pack them up and all that stuff. But something like this is fun. I almost feel like we should do it once a quarter. Shadow Smoke's Legion quarterly giveaway. That might be something fun to do. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm like, excitement's up here. That's the excitement level. Anymore, I have to take off my hat. It's gonna be exciting. So today is just like my relaxation before that happens. Alright, I had to find boxes, I had to find envelopes, all that stuff to do. So something like that, I thought about. For the next time, I will go make some swag only for giveaways. Can buy it, can have it, only for giveaways. I'm gonna make some of those stuff that you can only have when you give away. Alright. And another thing I'm working on. Do you guys remember those OG stickers that we have with the group one? Not the skull one, but the group one. Do you guys remember those? I was gonna give one to each OG members. But I just haven't had a chance. So what happened now is I want to make magnet out of those. I want to make magnet out of those things. But I only made 50 because not all the OG members are active. So I'm going to let 50 OG members to get that. And what you'll be paying for is literally the envelope and the postage and stuff like that. $2. $2, I'll send it to you. Alright, that's basically the postage and the envelope and put it together basically. $2, first come first serve, only 50. Only 50 out there. What you'll get is actually that magnet, and few members will be able to have the sticker version of it as well, because they only made so many. I only have so many left. So I'll let the most active 50 who actually know about this to get it. I'm not even gonna make a post about it. Alright? They don't know, too bad. I only made 50. 50 magnets that you can put it on a table, stick it onto your fridge, or something like that. Alright, so for James and Jeff, I'll just throw it in there because you sent me the cigar. I should, you know. I'm just gonna throw in there. So technically we only have 48. First come, first serve. Only OG can have it though. Only OGs. Only for the OGs. And I'll send it to you. Okay? I just want to make an announcement there before I forget. Only 50 of them. Well, only 48 of them. And what you get, you'll get the magnet. And maybe the sticker. That way, some of the OG will have swag that nobody has. I figured that would be kind of cool. I'd just make it anyway. You know you like that. You know you like that. Yeah. I'm still looking for a manufacturer to make the plaque that I was talking about last time for the OG members. So I want to make something special only OG have, and something special only the Prestige member have. And I'm still working on that. Eventually, it'll be out there, but it will take a while. It will take a while. Those people who won stuff from Cigar Mechanic last time, he still haven't shipped it out yet, so it will take a while. It will take a while. He showed me a picture today. He's like, yeah, I have those sorted, but I haven't sent it out yet. I was like, ah. So those will go out. Nice. Nice. That's what I'm talking about, Mike. That's what I'm talking about. Cigar ashtrays for Shadow Smokers Legion. I need one. I need two. I need a lot of those. Right now. I need those. I also want to mention, guys, if you guys mentioned before that you guys want this, follow through. Follow through and place the order. Follow through and place the order. Alright? The rest of the group people who did follow through is waiting for you guys to follow through to get these so that we can order them. Alright? This thing's waiting for you guys. Alright, this thing's waiting for you guys. Don't forget. That's the only way to get this sticker right here. Right now. Make sure to place your order if you haven't already. Make sure. Make sure. Whew. Midway of this cigar is basically pretty watered down. I tried not to do any retrohale because I know it will burn my nose because of pepper. But halfway right now, not much going on. I think like 13 or 14. One of those numbers. Not 40. You know, if there's 40 by now, I will have just tell Bob to go ahead and just place that order and not wait anymore. Because when we first put that post up there, everybody said they wanted one. And I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. That kind of like pushed me down a little bit. Like my mood was here and just going, come on, guys. I know we can feel 40, but you know, if you say you're gonna feel it, you should do it. That makes things easier, you know. It's like you try to get something, and then finally that something is out there, and you go, I'm just gonna disappear for a while. That's not that cool, you know. Such a cool thing to have. Why wouldn't you use it? We need 40. We need 40, and we actually test. Remember we made a post about it, and then see who wants it. We had more than 40 people that wants it at that time, and now we can't hear anybody other than the 13 who already ordered. So, but that's the thing. It's not like we didn't announce how much it was gonna cost when we first started. You know, we talked about how much it was gonna be cost, and that price is shipped. That includes shipping. You know, shipping all these things. This thing's heavy. Shipping 40 of these from UK to America is pricey. Shipping it back to you again is another price. So, how does that work? Come on, guys. Follow through with it. Today is National Emoji Day, I think. I think that's what my wife told me. National Emoji Day. What's your favorite emoji? Post it up right now. Use your favorite emoji right now and post it in the chat right now. What's your favorite emoji? What's your favorite emoji? Post it in the chat right now. I want to know. What's your favorite emoji? The smoke, we have the pump fist, we have crazy, we have cool. What else? Post it up there. What's your favorite emoji? Is that a pipe or golf club? I think that's a golf club. We have laughing, we have not impressed, we have smoking, and we have Wonder Woman. Is that Wonder Woman? Beer and what is that thing? Is that fishing? A fishing pole? We had the weird looking face, robot smile, and robot laugh. We have love horse. And we have, what's that, angry face? And a doctor face? So far, other than the smoking one, we haven't had repeats. The queen emoji. Is it? Because that looks like Wonder Woman a little bit. Now for Saturday, the first half an hour, I think, it's possible that we have an interview with George Rico, who's the owner of Gran Habano. I'm still trying to get in touch with him. He's kind of hard to reach. I called him, I left message and all that. He knows it's going on, but we haven't talked through the detail yet. I'll try to call him again tomorrow, but you guys want to hear me call him right now to see if he'll pick it up? What do you guys think? Should I call him right now to see if he'll pick it up? On speaker? Do it? Alright. Let me take this Ben off first, and then we'll call him. Alright. Let's call him. But let me Because right now, over in the West Coast, I don't even know if he's East Coast or West Coast. Let's call him up. First, let's turn the music off so we can hear him. Let's give him a call right now. His phone number. Let's call him up. I actually don't know. See if he'll pick it up, because I called him and left message. He didn't pick it up. But right now, if he's not at work right now, that'll be fine. But I'll see if he, George Rico. All right, let's see if. I don't think he's gonna pick it up. I've been trying to call him.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 3057968.
Nope. He didn't pick it up. So yeah, I have trouble reaching him. I called him this afternoon. He didn't pick it up. I might have to relight this thing, huh? It's like Tony called me. I'm gonna avoid him. I'll try to call him again tomorrow. But if he says okay, we'll do either over the chat, over the phone, or over Skype. Depends on whatever it is, but then we'll make sure that you guys get to ask questions. I'm not getting the normal emoji over here on Twitch. They might look slightly different on Twitch. Taro milk tea. You can actually make taro milk tea at home. It's actually just powder. So if you like taro milk tea, Amazon sells those powders. You can just get those powder, mix with water. That's all you do, because there's no actual way to make taro milk tea. So it's really funny because taro milk tea, there's no tea in it. They should be there. They should be there. They should be there. I don't know how to do it though. But I get to use this. Look at that! This is my favorite emoji. That's my favorite emoji, right there. Yeah, unfortunately, it allow me to add emojis, but it will only allow like subscriber or something like that to use it. So I actually added a bunch. But he put some pre-made milk solution before and then mix the powder in. It's actually not milk though. That's actually non-dairy creamer. I used to make those. I used to work in a really famous bubble tea shop, and I was working in the kitchen because I'm from Taiwan and we make those kind of stuff. Everybody know how to make it. And I work in the shop, and that's actually non-dairy creamer because not everybody can deal with dairies. So non-dairy creamer, that's what it is. but there's no tea in there. How do you call that milk tea when there's no tea in there? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah. So yeah, I have no control over that, I think. So what's funny? So what phony? But because he charges almost $7 for a large. For a large milk tea, it's our volume. It's our volume because milk tea business makes about 70 something cents per drink. So all you have to do is go to Amazon and type in taro milk tea, and you'll find the powder. You'll find a bag of powder. That's all you need. Go home, add water to it. That's it. It's done. It's done. You don't even need to add sugar. Just add water. Just add water. That's done. That's that. All right. When we make it in the store, you just get a big bucket, add hot water, put a whole bag of powder in there, stir. Done. That's it. That was it. That was it. There's not much secret to it. There's not much secret to it. That was it. And that bag probably cost you like 16 bucks, maybe 20. But that bag will make you cups after cups until you're sick of it. Until you're sick of it, you're not drinking anymore. Like I have a half bag at home because my wife used to like to drink that, and I bought it, and now she doesn't drink it anymore. It's just you get sick of it. You get sick of it quick. So we have what? We have 17 viewers right now. Now we already tried to send these on envelope, and it looks like most people receive somewhat damaged, so it cannot be shipped on via envelope. But what I was thinking is, if you guys have me previous live on Facebook, cigar budget. I bought picks to make cigar picks out of these. So if I can make it, a few of them, I might give a few away. So look forward to that if I figure out how to make them. Why would you get that from a full restaurant? From a full restaurant, you should get like a 3-color drink or something like that. Not taro milk tea. That's not even like, I at least get like what's the thing, a Thai iced tea or something. That's more of a closer drink than a taro milk tea. You can do the same thing with like green tea latte or something like that. That's the same way. You get matcha powder, you put milk in there, and you put powder in there, stir it. That was it. It was so easy to make. You gotta win it. You gotta win it. It's one of those things I will just give away, I guess. If I make it, if I were able to complete one before Saturday, it will be in the Saturday's prize pool. All right. If I was able to complete one or a few, that actually works. It will be in Saturday's prize pool. How's that? How's that? It will be in Saturday's prize pool if I can make it. I turn the music back on. Can't trust autocorrect. You know how many people's life is ruined by autocorrect? A lot of people's life is ruined by autocorrect. I also made a post about the hat. The leather patch hat. Rapcho? What does that mean? I think like Twitch had their own set of smiley face, so you kind of had to copy and paste it over. Sometimes that works. But yeah, the hat. I got room for a few more. If you guys care to have a flex fit leather patch hat, you can still order that. All right. I think the price is shipped, so go find that post. Those were not here before they were normal. I wonder. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. I think I put it up as like a $30 a hat or something like that. That includes shipping, so it's $30 shipped or something like that. I have a post on it. I just had to look for that post. Let me see. Global. Huh. I have to look into it. I'm not sure what happened. Let me see if I can find it. Smile. No. Laugh. I have no idea. I have no idea. Because other people was able to put the emoji up earlier, so you see like earlier when we asked what's your favorite emoji, they were able to do it, so that's not laughing for sure. That's not laughing for sure. I don't know. I actually don't know. All I know was once I hit 50, it asked me to fill the text form. I filled it up, and that was it. That's all I did, and it allowed me to add more emojis. How do you guys earlier posted those emojis? It might have to go directly from your keyboard. Like if your keyboard has that emoji, you'll be able to do it. I don't know. I actually don't know. I used the emoji button on the keyboard. Yeah, so you had to kind of use it directly from your keyboard. That's weird. That's weird. So yeah, I mean today I guess is some sort of like more of an announcement prep for Saturday. Prep for Saturday. Today I just want to just enjoy the cigar and have a little chat with you guys. And then review the cigar. Basically, that's what I'm doing today. Nothing too exciting. Other than the price pool is getting so big. I don't know if that. You never know. When Cigar Mechanic join the show tomorrow, if he does, there might be more to give. But then keep in mind, if you win something for him, it's gonna take like a month or two to receive it. My wife returned a dress 3 weeks ago. I just got a refund today. Like literally 3 weeks ago. It takes that long, even after I shipped it to get to places. I think there's a lot of backlog on shipping, so it might be good. It might be a good idea that he shipped it slower because right now the shipping is crazy, and if you ship it slower, it might get there safer. It might get there safer. So Fernando, if you're still here, I saw that photo that you post. That entire trailer is full of horses. Is that entire trailer full of horses? Because I'm intrigued. That's a huge trailer on the photo. Like it was bigger than the truck itself. And I wonder if it's all filled with horses. Because it's got windows after windows. I think that you transport horses in those. Oh, he did get the ashtray, I think. He did get the ashtray. He was just not around. He was just not around, so he might not be able to respond. He's just not around. I literally don't message him until he messaged me, because I know when he messaged me, he have time to chat for like 3-4 sentences before he say I gotta run. But he's been busy. He's been going to places and all that stuff. You know, he's what Carolina. He went to. A lot of horse trailer has tack area and sleep quarters, like inside the trailer. Hey, it's Bob the Cigar Guy. Say hi to Bob the Cigar Guy, guys. The cigar didn't want to stay lit, and I don't want to go crazy with it because it's a medium cigar. If you go crazy with it, try to keep it light, you gotta get hit by nicotine. So, gotta slow down. It struggled to light, and it could be because the moisture level. We'll have a thunderstorm today, and the basement is like 80% humidity. It's really humid. I'm on break and just wanted to check in and say hi. I love you guys, awesome people. Usually the front part of the trailer with inside access door. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You know, I was somebody asked me, it's like, why didn't people just buy a trailer and just live inside the trailer rather than buying a house? The trailer are expensive. They cost as much as a house sometimes. You know, you would just buy you buy a car first, that's costing what, $60,000-$70,000 to pull the trailer, and the trailer itself will cost $100,000-$200,000. So trailer is expensive. Trailers expensive. Some trailers are decked out. Some like those like, you know, family traveling trailer, they are decked out. They like opens up to a full house kind of thing. I just can't hold one of those though. I can't hold one of those. I'm actually buying a new car because our old cars are dying. The Mitsubishi one that I talked about. What I wanted to do is just basically turn off all the lights and trade it in. Did I get you mean this thing right here? Bob, are you talking about this thing right here? This cool, awesome sticker that Scratchy is holding? Well, since you call yours Scratchy, I had to give it some other name, but I haven't figured it out yet. Saka-Squatch. That's the only envelope I got recently. I don't know. USPS has been kind of missing packages here and there. I actually did not receive some of the letter I supposed to receive, but you know, it is what it is. So today is Wednesday. How's you guys' Wednesday going so far? I had a really busy Wednesday. Remember I talked to you guys about the strike. Now another part of the company is thinking to have a strike. So negotiation continues. Negotiation continues. It's actually not that cool of an idea to think that, you know, you finally get through one part of the issue. The other part of the issue is that the rest of the people think that, you know, if they can go on a strike, why couldn't? Oh, I haven't received that yet, Bob. I have not received that yet. I have not received that yet, Bob. So yeah, I got busy all of a sudden. Definitely an unexpected busy time, because usually right now this month is like, you know, I take my time. People are going on vacation and stuff like that. I actually think about where I want to go and stuff like that. But it got busy. Not something I like. It definitely doesn't bring up my mood. It's like, oh, people are going on vacations, but I'm not. I don't get to relax. I spend a lot of my time thinking about what I'm gonna do for those negotiations. So that brings me down a little bit. I've been having more cigar than I should, for sure. All right, Bob, take care. Enjoy your evening as well at work. So yeah, I definitely had, I guess, more thinking time than I wanted to. A little bit more stress. And obviously, at that time, I just had cigars, right? So I'm having more cigars than I want to. And if you guys saw what I posted today, it's literally that every time I come down to think, I brought a box of cigars down with me. It's like, I need to start thinking. I sit there and I start thinking. But I realized that it was much more relaxing. Just sit there and start scrolling down Facebook and to see what's going on with you guys and all that stuff. And it was pretty cool. Today we saw one more member make the video. If you haven't made the video, you haven't made an introduction of some sort, make sure you do it, because it's nice to get to know everybody. It's nice to get to know everybody. Like, you know, everybody has a different hobby, everybody has different things to do, job and stuff like that. You know, I think it's super cool to be transporting horses. I never owned a horse. And you know, sometimes I actually think like, how do people afford a horse down south? Horse is not cheap. Horse is not cheap to own. You know, every time you gotta get a doctor, and you, obviously you're not gonna ride your horse all the way to the doctor and say, hey, doctor, I think my horse is feeling sick today. They had to be on call, right? They had to arrive to your location and take care of horses. How many people here owns horses? Let me know. How many people here owns horse? How many people owns horse here? And how much does it cost to keep a horse? Like, I'm not even talking about everything else. I'm just talking about boarding the horse. Because obviously, you guys don't always keep the horse at home, right? So, this Wednesday was spent with some 6th grade in a robotic camp we put on for them. Lots of fun. Finished the camp with the sumo boat. No, obviously the rocking horse don't count, and the unicorn definitely don't count too, Joe. Down to 4. How much does it cost to keep 4 horses a year? I'm intrigued to know. How much does it cost to because I was told to keep 1 horse boarding and all that a year is probably like $8,000 to $9,000. $8,000 to $9,000 to board a horse. I mean, yeah, if you have that much land and enough grass for the horse to eat, that's one thing. But if you had to board your horses, isn't it kind of weird? Like, you board your horse somewhere else, right? So when you want to ride horses, you had to go to that boarding place to pick up your horse. And do we just ride the horse where you board? Like, how did that work? That doesn't count. The dog called a horse, that doesn't count. Like, let me know. How much does it cost to keep a horse? Because I always wonder, like, you know, keeping a horse costs so much money. How do you keep like 3 or 4 horses at the same time? Unless you keep it in your house. Well, that's a different story, right? But then you have to have that big of a land. And your land has to be classified a certain way too, right? You cannot just be like a regular house and you decide to keep 4 horses there. You don't have to buy feed. Don't you just feed them grass? Like hay or grass? I don't know. 13,000 acres. That's huge. 13,000 acres. I can't imagine to upkeep 13,000 acres. 13,000 acres, just mow the grass. Well, if the horse is eating the grass, that's one story. But to keep 13,000 acres of land managed and all that stuff. That must take a lot of effort. That must take a lot of effort. It's not something that anybody can do. Wow. And that's for 4 horses. $3,000 to $4,000 a year? Well, a month. I mean, that's a lot of work. You had to brush out your horses. You gotta change the horseshoe. You know, I always wonder how those people cut. Have you seen people redo the horseshoes? They cut the parts of the hoop off, right? I always wonder, like, how do they know how deep they can cut it? Because if they cut the thing bleed, they ain't gonna get kicked in the face. A year. They gotta get kicked in the face. I saw a video today of a wild deer. A wild deer out there, and it has a little baby deer. And the baby deer just decides to fall and just lie on the ground. And you see the mother deer just walk down the street and kick the crap out of a dog. The dog has no fight. The dog has no fight whatsoever. The deer just kick his ass. Seconds, kick his ass. Go. The dog has no fight. There's no way a dog can fight back in that situation. I can imagine a human being will be stamped to death. That was painful to see. They didn't even film what happened to the dog afterward. I don't even want to know what happened to the dog. I had a terrier get kicked, reused by a mole. Twice in the belly, once in the face. Ooh. That's a lot of work. Get kicked inferior by a mule. Now a mule kick must hurt a lot. Mules, they just go hop and kick, right? You think something that small can kick, you know, they can destroy an entire car just for kicking at it. Have I told you guys the story about me driving home one night and there's literally I think a deer got hit by a car. Alright? A deer got kicked by a car and then it fell to the side and it started kicking while it's on the side. Well, unfortunately, the side that's kicking is actually facing the street. So the car so the first car hit the deer. The deer fell down to the ground. The second car drive by, right at the door. Everything get kicked onto the body of the car. The dents, they are deep. And you can see the driver, who's, I think is a female. She just go, oh my god, slam on the gas and just went. Yes. Mule is a cross between horse and donkey. They're quite powerful kick at that, yeah. They kick to kill, not to earn like horse. What do you mean, like, not to kick, or not to hurt like horse? Yeah, they kick hard. They kick hard. I get scared just thinking about it. Like, that's one. And number two is I don't understand. Whenever I hear, like, I ride horses before, and obviously being on top of the horse, you're pretty tall. I always hear people get injured falling down a horse and break a rib. How did that work? I've never fallen down a horse before. But I would think that at that height, even if you fall off a horse, you don't break a rib. But every time I hear somebody fall off, they break something. They break something. When you're riding on a horse, you're not even 1 story tall. And I've seen people falling down 1 story, 2 story. You know, dumb people try to jump off a roof and stuff like that. They don't get hurt as much as falling off a horse. They break a rib. I got kicked in the head by a coal that had hoof marked on my head for a week. Caught. Okay. Caught. You probably don't get a chance to break your fall right. Awkward falling makes for breaking. But I think those people fall off the building. They don't have chance to break their fall either. But they don't break. But I think if you get stuck, you would think that like if the horse gets up and you fall off of it, you usually don't get kicked, right? You know, that intrigues me a lot. And then even though I never had that kind of accident before, this is the funny part. We went to ride horses, right? And everybody had to wear a helmet. My wife wore the helmet backward the entire time. So I don't know if you guys know, like they're like watermelon cap, and they put it on, right? And then you clip. She wore the helmet backward the entire time, and nobody told her that she wore it backward. Not even the instructor. No one told her that she wore the helmet backward. So we have pictures of that somewhere where she wear the helmet backwards. But you would think, doesn't the horse just kept running? Christopher Reeve was paralyzed falling off a horse. I did not know that. I just know that he was paralyzed. I did not know how he got paralyzed. Wow. I always feel bad about that. Superman who can't walk. Superman who can't walk. That's pretty sad. But that's always the thing, you know, when you name something, when you have a title of something, fate works in a really funny way. They always try to destroy it, you know. I'm gonna name this boat the Unsinkable Titanic, and sink. In sink. I'm gonna name this thing the Poseidon, the ruler of water, sink. I'm gonna take the role of Superman. Can't walk. I'm gonna take on the role of Batman. Divorced. You know, it's just how life works. It's weird. It depends how you fall, how he throws you off. I've seen a horse does a backflip on a guy. I almost kill him with the horn of the saddle. Ooh. Watch a rodeo. Clown step in and push the animal away from the rider. See, that's the thing. I also don't understand rodeo clowns because how do I explain that? You have a professional horse rider falls off a horse, but you need another person who is not a professional rider to steer the horse or steer the bull away. Professional bull rider cannot run away from the horse. You need a clown to kind of attract the bull. And they usually get hit too. Bob is afraid of horse? I didn't know that. Rodeo clown have saved so many lives, and those guys are angels in the pen. I agree, because every time I see that after they get in, they get wiped out. They get wiped out. Those bulls are serious. I mean, they get wiped out hard. One little hook and the guy flies and spins at the same time. They're going 2 axes, 3Ds, you know? They're flying upward. They're going in a direction and they're spinning too. And that's why, like, you know, I always me wonder. Didn't like Spain or Mexico has things that once a year where you get chased by bulls? Like they just let out all the bulls and then everybody just run and then the bulls goes chasing you. There's so many people that get hurt. I don't know why they're still doing it. They get seriously hurt, right? And sometimes the bull just doesn't just run the street. They jump over stuff and then the bystander gets like, you know, wiped out too. I don't understand like the concept of it. I know it's part of the culture, but like knowing that they will hurt people, shouldn't you kind of kept them the way they are? You know, it's like literally putting a gigantic steel ball from whatever her name is, Wrecking Ball, whatever her name is, Miley Cyrus, down the street and expect people to run away from that ball. Have you ever noticed they release the strap off the bull on the horses that's tied over their pecker? I don't. I don't watch a lot of those. I watch a few off YouTube, part of the cultural discovery kind of stuff, and I didn't pay attention. That actually, all my attention is at the guy that's flying, or how they get attacked, and then they just go into fetal position. But like, I don't know which one is more accurate. Like, should you be in the fetal position, or should you run? Because they are usually in fetal position. They sharpen where spurs get locked into the ball. Why? So they make it even more dangerous, basically. They sharpen it, right? I drove for a USA tour, and one of the riders got hit in the head and passed out. Lifeless, stuck in the ball. Ooh. Don't mess with animals. Treat them with respect, I guess. I mean, that's gotta be painful. Like, I don't understand things like that. It's not that I don't understand why they do it. It's that I don't understand why people still do it. You know, knowing that, like, it's part of the culture. Yeah, you gotta run around. I mean, I understand, like, a few places where they throw, like, you know, color water ball for like a day or something like that. That doesn't kill people, but balls can kind of... They're black. I really don't think that's gonna work, though. I really don't think that's gonna work. When the boat decides to beat the crap out of you, I don't care what you're covering with. That thing's going through, right? They're covering their vitals. Just roll away, run away. They don't count with the second ride. They have to try to stay on until the boat stops. People do dangerous things, and that's part of the high. Hence, Area 51. Guys, America has the world is turning to a crazy place where people eat Thai capsules. People eat cinnamon, knowing that that's gonna hurt them. People chug an entire bottle of beer. They do it for $1,000 a ride. So, the cowboys rides the boat. Whether or not they fall down, they get $1,000. Whether they had to pay $1,000 to ride it. Do they pay $1,000 to ride that, or do they receive $1,000 to ride it? That's a tough job. I do have to give the costume though. The costumes are usually pretty awesome, but $1,000 risk your life. That's hard. Did you get a little burger as well, Cat? I have no idea what that is. They receive $1,000 per ride. Now, if you stay the longest, you get an award, right? You get a prize money as well. So they ride the boat for $1,000. Oh, I just saw that right now. I didn't pay attention to that chat. Oops. You know what's gonna happen? People is gonna go over there and get shot and blame the government for it. People is gonna go over there and get shot, and they're gonna blame the government. They're gonna blame the president. They're gonna blame the Secretary of Defense and everything. Everybody's gonna blame for it. It's just looking for trouble. Looking for trouble. That's all that is. People live too well. You know, people's life has gotten so good that they feel like they need to do something stupid to make their life better. People live too well. I mean, I can back up that statement too. You know, and poor countries, they're too busy looking for food. They don't have time to ride bulls. They don't have time to chase after things that will kill them. They don't have time to go to Area 51 and pay all the traveling costs and just gather there and to get shot. People live too well. Way too well, in fact. Way too well. And they had to look for something dumb to do. Hey, I live in the nice mansion and I'm so bored. Why don't I do... Oh, this is what they've been doing lately. They've been eating Tide Pods. Let me go eat a Tide Pod to see what happens. People have been taking a whole spoonful of hydrophobic material called cinnamon, knowing that a human cannot swallow a whole teaspoon of cinnamon that can cause them into choking hazard. No, See who can get a bigger spoon. Why? It's so dumb. One rider actually took someone to relocate his shoulder because he dislocated every ride. Oh. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know, horse today is actually smaller, a lot smaller than the horse used to be. A lot smaller than horse used to be. Horse used to be huge, especially those Mongolian red horses. They are huge. Today the horse is tiny, and they are that deadly. Can you imagine back in the days, those horses? Yeah, I don't understand the Tide Pod challenge. You knew that's chemical. Why you gotta bite it? You knew it was bad stuff. Right? Because I know that back in the day, in Chinese histories, they actually write down the height and the weight of the horses. They are at least twice the weight of current horses nowadays. And they are at least time and a half height. So I haven't seen those kind of horses nowadays. Those horses those war horses, where they had to carry so much weight. You know, on the fighter, they had to carry the whole spike and just go. You know, those big horses, and then you know they will get the horse to get up and stomp on people. Those kind of horses. Those are huge horses. I agree. It's a first world thing. You have to remember that most cowboy came from a small town. That's their dream job. That's their dream of playing the Super Bowl. Yeah, I understand that. At least that is in a controlled environment. That's in controlled environment. You're in a cage. The cow is being held down. There's clowns that's gonna help you. But stuff like the way the Spain did it, they just let it on the street. They let him out on the street and they just let him roam free. That's not controlled environment. That could go wrong really quickly. The OTS same way in Mexico with Mexican rodeo. Oh, it's the same way in Mexico rodeo. I mean, it's an entertainment. I understand. I mean that's like a gladiator ring, right? Everything is controlled. Even though I've seen like videos where the bull just literally hop the fence and just go into the thing. I don't know how they gotta get him back. They just hop into the seats where people just start running, and then the bull just go all over the places. Don't they kill the bull after? Yeah. Obviously, that's a hard job. Taking care of animals is a hard job. Taking care of bulls and horses, a hard job. But like when you do, what's it called? I run out of words. What's that thing called? Shoot, I can't remember the English for that word at this moment. The guys that holds the thing, let the cow go through. And then hold the other side, let the cow go through, and then stab the cow with it. I mean, the bull with it. What's those thing called? Something door. Commodore? No. Is it called Commodore? Matador? Matador. There we go. Don't they kill the cow after? I mean, the bull? Because they're stabbing a few times, so I don't know if they killed it after. Most people use their rodeo to show how it is best at wrenching. Matador. There you go. There we go. So yeah, they go like this and they stab, and then they go like this, stab, and I think in the end they kill the bull. Do they eat the bull after? What did they do with the dead bull? I did not know Matador translates to a killer. They're pretty cool though. They're like, hey, come over here. You coming? You coming? There you go, you missed. There you go. You coming? Oh, yeah. Oh, you know. What did they do with the bowl after? Cause I don't think they eat it, do they? I mean, you can't even use that for leather because now you got a hole on it. You take out like, here's a leather, and then you got a hole right there, a few punch and holes. Did someone say steak? So they do eat it. They eat the bowl. They eat the bowl. Did they just eat the bowl? Now it's kind of sweet, this cigar. Ooh, burns. Pepper. It's a really good cigar. It just didn't want to stay lit today. And I know I will get in trouble if I continue to suck on it, to keep it lit. So I'm gonna smoke it slowly. First stir, super good. Very chocolatey, creamy. Very little pepper in the first stir. Alright? And you get this little bit of coffee, watered down coffee taste to it. No, James sent this to me. James sent this to me. You can only buy this in Germany, I think. What in Europe. They only have 48 stores that sells this, I remember. That I tried to get it and I was not be able to get it, and he found it, so. Ooh. Can't go through the nose. Go through the nose, burns. But then this cigar is good. Middle part of it, because I think it's because the burn. Now I have to say my basement is super humid. All right, it's like 80% humidity right now, so the burn is kind of a little bit weird, but it's a good cigar. So the middle part is kind of watered down taste. A lot of pepper. A lot of pepper. You don't really taste it, but when you retrohale, you feel the burn. You feel the burn. So there is pepper in there, but at retrohale. At retrohale. Good cigar though. Good cigar. If you can find this, it's a good cigar. Toro is a little bit more than what I like. Usually like Robustos, but it's still a doable cigar. It's still a really, really good cigar. Just had to watch it, you know, because it is a medium and then kind of transitions between medium plus medium back kind of thing. You don't really realize how strong it is while that watered down taste is going. Like, I think Robusto is like perfect size for any cigar. Robusto is perfect size for any cigar. What's your favorite size? Guys, what's your favorite size? I like Robusto, and I think Robusto is always like just perfect timing, perfect size. Even if you get a strong cigar, it's perfect. So Robusto is my thing. I like Robustos. When I buy a cigar, I always try to see if there's a Robusto version first. If there is, I always buy a Robusto. Because Toro, sometimes, not all of them, sometimes is too much. Sometimes too much. But Robusto seems always the perfect time for me. I actually feel like Lancero burns longer. Robusto is best for long ash too, is it? Is it? I like Churchill with double Corona. Oh, that's like the longer ones. Churchill is perfect for like a golf game. You go on a golf field, Churchill is pretty much good because you don't have to go back and forth and continue to find swap for another cigar. But when you have a Churchill size, it's perfect for like a 13 hole, even 9 hole. It's perfect. You know what cigar does not have a place? What cigar does not have a place? Woody does not have a place. Woody doesn't fit my humidors. Woodies don't have a place. Does not fit anywhere. What else? The egg also pretty much don't have a place. I think they're making it just for the heck of saying that we can make it. Woody doesn't have a place in my life. Woody is the odd one out. I don't even know what I'm doing with that Woody, so. Right now, anybody who want to subscribe to YouTube channel, I tell them to go subscribe to Martina Maya's. Martina Maya is the right place to subscribe. If you're watching this video for the very first time, go subscribe to Martina Maya or Bob the Cigar Guy. Their content is much worthy of subscription than this. This is nothing. This is just me talking nonsense, chatting with you guys. It's crazy. It's crazy. Things that have changed. I'm so excited for Saturday. I'm still thinking about Saturday. I'm thinking about what other gifts and prizes we can put into the pool, because who doesn't like a whole night of giving away? Who doesn't like a whole night of giving away? Kinda. Well, 3 hours is pretty much my whole night, but who doesn't like a whole entire show of giveaways? I like an entire show of giveaways. You know what's a bad thing? You know what's one bad thing? I'm seeing all those prizes. I won those prizes. But because I'm the host, I don't get to win it. That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem ever. Like that cigar locker. Dude, I love that thing. Nope. Nope. I love those prizes. Those prizes, oh, I was like, oh man, only if I can win them. Only if I can win them. But it's all for you guys, so it's gotta be a good day. Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You could smoke the Woody Saturday. You can even say it's a whole night. Well, Woody will outlast that show. Woody's 5-hour cigar. Woody will outlast that show. I will need a couple buckets of puking. For sure. For sure. For sure. Yeah. I thinking about it, you know. I did think about it. I was like, no, I'm never gonna reach 500 viewers. I don't have to smoke it. That's fine. But like my wife is like, are you ever gonna smoke that thing? I was like, I don't know. Because now I had to drive to the other house to pick it up. So I don't really plan to smoke it. And having a 3-hour show smoking that gigantic cigars, it's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me. I literally that's it for the night. By at the end of the 3 hour, I'll be still over here puking. I'll be like, you know, this whole night. It's gonna be like that the whole night. You know, 3 hour. That's a 5-hour cigar. If I try to finish in 3 hours, you'll see me sick. Like I'll turn green, not red, turn green. You know, and I'm not gonna be able to enjoy it. That way, you know, it takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of planning and finesse. I probably had to be eating a steak while I'm at it to make sure I'm hydrated with food and all the sugar. That scares me just thinking about it. That scares me just thinking about it. But Saturday is gonna be a fun day, and hopefully the Grand Habano guy can, George can actually show up. That way we can ask them like hard questions. What will be the question that you would like to ask? Like if you get to talk to him, what kind of question do you have for Grand Habano? Let's talk about questions that we have. What question do you want to know about Grand Habanos? That way, we can have some questions lined up for him, and don't let him stop. Just keep giving him a question until he stumbles. No, whenever my wife challenges me, I don't do it. I don't do it. What kind of question would you like to ask for George Rico? No, that's not gonna be a question I'll be asking, because that's just throw me under the bus. You throw me under the bus. You're throwing me under the bus. See, I think that's a different. Here's a small difference between our show and Tim's show. Because Tim, he only reads select messages, right? So a lot of time you have a question that pulled up there that did not get translated, did not get asked to the guy. All right, but for us, we'll ask this guy every single question that's on. All right, James, take it easy. Stay awake. Have some coffee. Cause I read all the messages if I can. Like, whenever I see it, I read it. I don't have the same scrolling power of Tim's chat, you know. So I can ask all the questions, and I do have some questions for him too, you know, to get to know the brand better, to get to know cigars better, to get to know an opinion from a cigar owner. So what kind of questions, like a legit question, would you want to ask? Would you like to know about Gran Habano? If we were to be able to get him at least on the phone or something. What do you guys think? What will get you? What do you think? What kind of question do you like to ask? Some question I might ask him is something like, what did he feel about the cigar market? What if does he feel like the brand will be threatened if Cuban cigar were to hit the market? If Cuban cigar were to hit the market, does he feel that the Gran Habano brand will be in danger? I think that's a good question, no? Because we always been talking about, like, you know, how Cuban cigar might enter the market, like, you know, in the future, one day, maybe. If the Cuban cigar was to enter the market in America, would it change your buying habit? All right, talk to you later. Would it change your opinion and your buying habit? Would you purchase more Cuban? I have no idea. I didn't even watch the IPCPR, so I don't know if you did. Hey, Evan. I would think that, yeah, I agree with that. The price might go up because the Cuban price have to, after import, after all the tax and everything, the Cuban price will go even higher, right? They probably make it so that imported by your own will be extremely illegal, but buying it here will be different because they charge you crazy tax for it. So that might do it. So they have to add all that fees and costs and all that stuff into the price. So the price will go up. Now, that will make Dominican and Nicaraguan cigars extremely cheap in comparison. But would that change your buying habit? Because the comparison, it will be like that, right? So I don't know. The price goes up, the market kind of be saturated for the same price range. But if the price stays the same, wouldn't that attract more people? I would think that there will be a first wave and everybody buying cigars, and then you will level out. You don't think Cuban cigars are worth it? I agree. I have quite a bit of Cuban cigars, and I don't smoke them all that often. So in that case, I think they'll raise price on Nicaragua and DR to ride the price wave. But if they compete directly for, let's say if they're the same price, let's say if they end up to be the same price, will they change your buying habit? Let's say one Cuban cigar is $16 and they raise the price of something like, for example, Filthy Viking just changed to $16 a cigar to meet the same price range as Cuban. Would you buy Cuban or would you still buy Filthy Viking? Martin. Will they change your buying habit? I mean, knowing they're Cubans, they probably need to be aged and everything. You can't smoke them right away, but you'll still buy a Filthy Viking if the price is the same price range and you're able to buy them either or. Cohiba is a 20 smoke compared to DR Nicaragua. So in that respect, it might stay the same. You mean like the red dots, or are you talking about the Cubans? Now the Cuban, yeah, I mean, the price was already high, but if you start importing it, having to pay tax on it, they go extremely higher. I wouldn't be surprised a Siglo would be like $30. Siglo become $30 a go. And they'll tell you, when they send it over, it's the same price range. So when they send it over, it's the same price range. But once you get through all the tax and fees and whatever regulation they want to put in place, you're looking at a $30 cigar, $40 cigars. In that perspective, would you still buy those Cubans? I mean, I think in that perspective, people would be like, you know what, it'll be much cheaper if I just still buy the way that I buy to start with, you know, online and stuff like that, to avoid the tax and whatever that is. Red dots are $20. Or maybe Spectra, but regular red dots are not $20 smoke. I would agree with that. The Nicaraguan and DR cigars are much more pungent, so the flavor comes through a lot better. Most entry-level Cuban cigars, they have this really mellow transition. They're usually the same smoke throughout, and they have mellow flavor. They're still flavor, but in comparison, it's just like they're not punching you in the face kind of thing. They're medium smoke, but they don't punch you in the face, and they don't have that aroma that you get right away from one puff. I think that's the difference. That's a huge difference. So for you to spend like $30, $40 once it gets here, it might not be worth it. It might not be worth it. With that in mind, regular smoker will not get what they expect and probably shy away. First time smoker, maybe. People who never bought Cuban before and they will buy them and they will smoke it right away. They gotta feel like, oh, this thing is not that good because they're not aged properly. And because they're not aged properly, then they might shy away. They will like, oh, what's wrong with this? You know, I thought Cuban's supposed to be good. And then maybe at that point they'll start to think about, maybe this is a fake Cuban. They might think that way. Maybe this is a fake Cuban. It didn't taste the same. Cubans will always be purchased at an inflated price until the mystique is gone. Good smoke, but not mind-blowing. I agree with that. They're good smoke. Well, some of them are good smoke. Some of them are really, really bad. Especially when they're not aged. Yeah, first time smoker, they will be like, oh, Cuban cigars are available. I'm gonna go try a Cuban cigar. It's my unicorn. You know, might be someone that never smoked before. They're like, oh, I can get Cuban cigar now. I have to go get it because now it's the thing that everybody go buy it. Everybody is in, you know. So they all want to buy it. And once they buy it, they're gonna go, you know, I'm gonna smoke this right now. Where every other people that knows how to smoke a Cuban, it was like, I bought this. It's going to the humidor for a couple of years, you know. And they gotta smoke that, and they were like, what the hell is wrong with this thing? It's like, and then they gotta wonder like a teenager drink beer for the very first time. Do you remember the first time you drink a beer? You're like, what's this taste? Tastes like vomit. First time. I remember the first time I drink beer, like this thing smells and tastes like vomit. But as I get older, I start to get used to the taste and start to like it. I don't know. It's one of those things. Did you remember the first time you drink a really hoppy beer? You're like, why do people like this thing? It's more like banana flavor for Cuban. What do you mean by banana flavor? I never taste banana. Yeah, this thing doesn't want to stay lit. It's done. I don't know. I think it's gotta be really interesting to see Cuban cigars entering the market in the future, and all those people want to buy it, and then realize that Cuban isn't what they think it is. I'll be so surprised if this happens. You go to a lounge, very first time, never smoked before. You go in there, I want a Cuban cigar. Everybody was just look over and go like, have you smoked before? They're like, nope, I just want a Cuban cigar. And then he's gotta smoke it, and it's gotta turn green because it's medium body, and most people isn't gonna be able to handle it first time. They gotta turn green, and they're gonna like, this thing, how do you guys like it? And everybody's just gonna laugh at this guy, right? And then hand them a Connecticut cigar, say, yo, no, you need to smoke this one instead of that one. And then that might forever, yeah, you probably inhale too. And that might forever change the guy. That guy will never smoke a cigar again, maybe. Right? They will be like, why do people like cigar again? And they're choking, gagging at the same time. They're like, the face turns green. They're all dizzy walking out of the door. And everybody's just like, dude, we just saw a greenhorn. Why did he get, you know, it's almost like that. It's almost like that. And it's funny because there's no such thing as a light body Cuban, right? They all have crazy amount of nicotine in there. The minimal you gotta get is medium. So imagine all those people who smoke Cuban cigar in those countries that sells Cuban cigars, smoke for the very first time. They all gonna get hit by nicotine. They all gonna have that face, and they all continue to smoke. It's crazy. Right? They all like, and then go, what is this thing? And then, because they already spent $30 on it, they continue on it. You'll see them continue. And then someone's gonna walk over and say, dude, don't inhale that thing. Don't, just put it in your mouth and get it out. And they're not gonna taste anything but tobacco. They're not gonna taste anything but tobacco. And they spend like $30 on it for the very first time. They're like, what am I doing to myself? That's the worst $30 I've ever spent. I actually think that's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen quite often. So when the Cuban cigars start to hit the market, I probably just go sit in few large retailers lounge just to sit there to laugh, because I think that would be very, very funny for a first timer to go into. I want to try a Cuban cigar. You know, that's gotta happen. Sit in the lounge every day. I want to try a Cuban cigar. I heard Cuban cigars are available for sales, and then they pick it up. You know, it might be a big guy too. It might be like a very strong guy. It's like, I just bench press 500. I need a Cuban cigar. And then start to gag like a little girl. It's like, you know, that would be super funny to watch. I would love to watch that when that happens. Anyways, 1058, done with the cigar. It's really, really good cigar. It's really, really good cigar. Had it kept burning, it would have been perfect. The only thing is that it didn't burn that well today. So I'm getting very excited for Saturday. I hope everybody can join me on Saturday. It's gonna be fun day. It's gonna be drawing. It's gonna be giveaways. Some of the stuff will be giveaway without the regular drawing. We'll be doing the machine drawing thing too. I'll try to give everything out that night. If not, we'll do a small giveaway afterward too. We'll just give everything out. Everything's gonna be given out. That way I don't have to go to the post office twice. I just want to go there one time with a box full of mailings. Alright, so it's gonna be super exciting. Hopefully you guys will be enjoying the event, and hopefully you guys will all join us at that event. Okay, it's gonna be super awesome. Don't miss it. It's gonna start at 8 p.m. instead of 9 p.m. 8 p.m. not 9 p.m. 8. If you join us by 9, you're gonna miss whatever doesn't first. Okay, but I also want to mention that because this is paid raffle, so even if you're not here, we'll draw your name. You're still gonna win. So you might win something and you don't even realize that if you didn't show up. So we will draw names. Even if they're not here, they're still the winner. Okay, even if they're not here, even if you cannot be here, that's totally fine. You will still win whatever that we draw your name for. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope everybody had a good time. I hope today is kind of like mellow. It's setting up for Saturday because I'm saving all my excitement for Saturday, and we'll be smoking Gran Habano cigar that day too because easier cigar so that I can enjoy the day better. Okay, so have a good night. Have a good Wednesday. I may or may not see you guys tomorrow, but most likely not because I have a lot of things to do after this, and I don't know if I'm gonna be awake for tomorrow. So I'll see you guys either Friday or Saturday 8 p.m. Make sure to be here. Have a good night, everybody. Be nice, be safe, don't hurt yourself, and enjoy your cigar if you're still smoking one. Okay? Be saucy. I'll see you guys next time. If I can find the end button.